back to my channel. So today I thought I'd share with you a few wee packing tips that I like to do, and they're just really useful in terms of creating more space and convenience, and just like wee kind of hacks and tips and sort of things that I do that I think are useful, and things that I've learned from my mum, because like I actually haven't flown on my own before. So this is my first time flying on my own, and I've kind of had to like learn all the best sort of tips. So I think I've got a good few ones to share with you, so I'm just going to get stuck in. So the first thing that I would say is definitely start in advance and don't leave packing to the last minute just because you think you know what you're packing. Definitely start maybe about a week in advance and sort of choose all the clothes you know you want to wear when you're out there, and then you'll know if anything needs washed or ironed, and you can do that then. You don't have to be rushing at the last minute or panicking. And when you're choosing your outfits, check the weather. And I know this sounds like a really obvious one, but it's really easy to just assume that you know the weather of the place that you're going to. Like say you're going somewhere sunny like Spain, you just assume that you'll have to pack loads of, you know, summery clothes, but you don't know if there's going to be like a thunderstorm or just you know, like really overcast weather, because it does happen sometimes. My next tip would be to plan your outfits, and you don't have to do this like exactly, but it just helps to see everything in front of you so you know actually what you're bringing, and you're not just bringing a pile of rubbish and like just throwing clothes in that you know you think you want to wear. If you set out your clothes, and like even sometimes what I'll do is pack a pair of trousers and then see if I can, you know, bring a couple tops that'll match with it, rather than bringing like 3 separate outfits. I'll bring one pair of trousers and 3 tops, if that makes sense. So plan out, and it does mean that you pack a lot less, because when you're throwing things in, and the same goes for bags, like be realistic. I know you probably want to pack about 20 bags, but what I do is I pack 2 bags. I pack a black bag and a tan bag because they go with everything, and you could even just stick with black if you want, but like I'm just being slightly extra. But that's all you need. Like they match with everything, and it's more than enough. And as well as this, I just pack 2 pairs of sunglasses. I pack a black pair and a tan pair again. My next tip is to pack jewellery in wee pouches, and like you can get them anywhere. Like you probably have some of them lying about the house, but they're just really handy to put your jewellery in, because it means that you're not just putting it, like usually I would just put it in the zip pocket at the top up here, and most of the time it does get tangled with the other stuff you have on there. So if you keep it in wee pouches, it means that it's staying in there and you know where it is. And I had 2 pouches, so I kind of had them separated a bit, so I had earrings in one and necklaces mostly in the other. So now when you have everything sorted and you know what you're going to be packing, it's time to just start packing then. And I've always done this, which is putting trousers trainers down first. And I don't know, I've just always sort of done this. I think it's best to get the bulky things down at the bottom so you know how much room you have then for everything else. When I'm packing them, I like to sort of slot them into place like Tetris. But it just means that you're again creating more space, and I kind of like do it like you would be setting a shoe box. Does that, I think you know what I mean, like, but I like to do that, and it just means you're saving space and you're saving room. And if you have dirty trainers, do not put them facing up, because your clothes will get dirty, but I know that's a bit of a given. So then what I like to do is stuff socks under the trainers. Again, it just saves space. It's a simple one. So then another thing I do that I think is really useful and a really good idea is put all my underwear in like a laundry bag, and like you can use a plastic bag. I use like a cloth sort of bag. It was a bag that a handbag came in, like a protector kind of bag, and I use that. And what it means is when you are over there and you have dirty laundry, you can just put it in the one place rather than like having it mixed in with all your other clothes. And it's just a lot more hygienic, and it's handy, you know, like as soon as you get home you can just dump that in the wash, and you know that everything in there is dirty. You don't need to like go through all your clothes and sort out what's dirty and what's clean, and it's just really convenient. So the next one is a tip that I was kind of skeptical about, but it does seem to work quite well, and that is to roll your clothes rather than fold them. And I think it just basically means that it stops the creasing, and I think it's probably like the most useful tip, because you don't know if there's going to be an iron when you get there. More than likely there isn't, and it just means that your clothes won't have those like creases where you have folded them, and that's just a good wee tip to know. So that's all like the clothes and shoes packed. So now I'm going to go on to sort of toiletries, and I always keep my toiletries in the zip part and then my clothes in the bottom. So the next thing I done, and I think this is such a good wee idea and I love this, and I feel like such a mum for doing this, like such an old lady thing to do, but rather than buying loads of new toiletries, I just got these wee containers from Primark, and they came in like a little zip pocket, and they basically just are like different size containers, and they were all £1, which is really really good. And what I just done is put shower gel, conditioner and shampoo that I already had in there, that I already had in the house, just into the containers, because if you were buying them separately they're £1 each, so you're saving so much money, and as well as that you're saving space because you're not bringing a whole bottle, you're just putting into like a wee bottle of like all you need. And then I just put all my other toiletries in one big bag, and I also put my makeup in there. And what I would say is like keep your makeup as minimal as possible. It's so easy to go overboard with makeup, and you just want to pack all your palettes and lipsticks and like, I don't know. I think the best thing to do is take makeup that you use every day and things that you know work and look good on you. So the next thing I pack in the upper zip kind of compartment is tablets, because you don't know what you're going to need when you're there. And I've just packed paracetamol, and then I packed multivitamins because, you know, travel and stuff can make you feel quite run down. But another thing I would pack is antihistamines if you have hay fever. So I think that's all the tips for like the suitcase, and then I'm gonna just go through sort of what I bring in my carry-on luggage. And because I'm bringing a suitcase, I'm not going to bring like a big huge carry-on as well, because it's just unnecessary. But my best tip I think would be for carry-on is to bring a rucksack, because it's really annoying when you have like a bag, you know, like a heavy bag that you're carrying on your shoulder like a handbag, and it's just really uncomfortable. Whereas with a rucksack, it kind of is a lot more easy to carry, and it's just a lot more comfy, and you can just walk about without having to worry about like dragging a big bag about. So I would definitely bring a rucksack if you have one. And then in that I just bring a book, because you don't know if your flight's going to be delayed, you don't know how long you're going to be in the airport. In that I just bring a book, because you don't know if your flight's going to be delayed, you don't know how long you're going to be in the airport. My next tip, which I actually got from my mum, which is really useful, is to get like a wee clear pouch, like a wee zipper pouch, and keep all your documents in it and everything you'll need. So I put in everything, you know, like information about the flight, travel insurance, hotel, you know, like the info about the hotel booking, and like anything you might be doing over there. I just keep it all in one pouch with my passport, and it's just so handy because it means it's all there in the one wee place, and you know where to go straight away in your bag to get it. Then I pack my Polaroid camera and extra film, because a lot of the time I'll be away somewhere and I'll be really raging that I didn't bring my Polaroid and I really want to take a picture. So I always just kind of carry it on me now, just in case. And like, it's nice to take a wee picture when you're on the plane or like in the airport or something, like just for memories. So I brought that with me in my rucksack. And then I didn't show this, but also bring your phone charger, because you don't know when your battery is going to die and when you need it. And I know this sounds stupid, but it's really handy to have it in your rucksack rather than your carry-on, rather than your suitcase, because if your phone dies in the airport or something, like there are usually like plugs where you can, not plugs but like sockets where you can charge it, and it's just handy to have there just in case. Oh, and the other thing I would say is like, if there's things that don't fit in your suitcase or things that are quite bulky, wear them on the plane, like wear them to the airport. So like, I have this wee hat, and like I'm just going to wear this to the airport. Like, it doesn't match with what I'm wearing, but like, do you know what I mean? I can just kind of carry it about. I don't have to be wearing it all the time, but it just means that it's not getting squished in my suitcase. Or like, say you have like a coat or like something really bulky, like just wear that, and like you don't have to wear it all the time, you can take it off, like, but it just means that it's not taking up room in your suitcase. So I think that's everything, all the tips I have. Like, hopefully you found it useful, and if you're going on holidays I hope you have an amazing time, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!